Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for February the 12th, 2024. Hope everyone's having a good morning as we start off another week. Good morning, Chosen. Thanks for joining us today. This morning, we got a lot of stuff to do. I'm sure people have got missions and stuff they need to do, but I need to do some Voth ships and some Polaron. It's Thursday. Don't I wish, Chris? Don't I wish? I'm doing the countdown with the pups, which is, all right, girls, 3 weeks from today, we get to wake up, and instead of me having to get dressed and find shoes and boots and a coat and a scarf and gloves and poop bags, all we have to do is open the door. And they don't get that yet. Yeah, I want it to be Thursday. Please tell me it really is Thursday. Of course, if it's Thursday, it means I've missed class for this week, which is not a good thing. So, like I said, I need to do some Voth ships, but I don't have to do them in the zone. I just have to get 10 of them. And I need some Polaron damage. So I was going to do Aftermath if anybody'd be interested in joining me for a little Aftermath. Well, let me send you an invitation there, Chris. Don't think we've got anybody else with us here yet this morning. I see Id is on, but let's go ahead and launch this so we can get some stuff done today. So we're going to do Aftermath, the Nisorden system, which you're going to have to launch for you. I'm setting it at advanced. Good morning, Id. Do you want to join us for a little Aftermath? But this is Aftermath. So that would make it English. Actually, that's not true. What came after math? The last math class I can remember would have been some level of statistics. And that would have been followed up with sociology. Sociology is the aftermath. Sociology, where the teacher published her own book for the class, made us buy it, but all it was photocopied pages of the things she had put together, and then never once referenced it in the class at all. No worries, Chris and I will tackle this one. So, Chris, whenever you're ready... Oh, you're already there. My bad. Trapper John math? Have fun, Chris. I only have to get 10. And I think we'll probably wind up sharing them. Let's see. Doesn't look like we're sharing the kills on this. So that's interesting. Sometimes we share kills, sometimes we don't. Well, yeah, I guess we are. Because there's normally only 7 in this first sequence, and I got 6. Quincy ME was not a MASH spinoff. Trapper John, Aftermath, After MASH, and I think that was it. Those were the 2 spin-offs. Okay, so that's my 10. And I got my Polaron damage, so I'm happy. I don't think Jack Klugman was even in MASH. I'm trying to think back. I mean, everybody was at one point, but I don't remember him being in one of the episodes. Well, wasn't the guy who played Sidney the Shrink also Monk's Shrink? Or am I wrong about that? I just realized I've got no game sound on here. I will fix that in a minute. So Monk had 2 shrinks. The first one died in real life, so they killed him in it. 1 month until the anniversary event comes to console. I will tell you, 359 and Guillotine are both fun. I had to do some work yesterday, so I had the game running on one side and I'm doing the omegas between organizing files and renaming stuff. And I got to my 2,000, so I only have my daily 300 today. I'm going to have to sneak ahead on them a little bit, otherwise I will miss the next Tuesday, which I think is the last day. Is next Tuesday the last day? Or is next Wednesday the last day? It's the 21st. So that would be 13. It's Wednesday. Next Wednesday is the last day. But the new stuff starts this week. So there's the Klingon Recruits that starts Thursday, and the new event starts Thursday. Because, yeah, we need 2 events running simultaneously. What is the new one? Oh, it's the first part of the new meta event. What do we need today? Apparently we need temporal. So let me go back and fix the sound. I killed it yesterday because I was talking with WC and it was bleeding through my mic. There we go, a little bit of it. So who did play the psychiatrist? Stanley Camel, who was, I think, in MASH at least 1 episode. Let's see. Go. Oh, Lord, he was in everything. that's not what I want to know. I guess not. It appears he was in every single other show on television, and then some. Oh, there you go, dog. They had a series about radar? Wow. I don't remember that at all. That must have been very short-lived. Ah, yeah, I can see that. Was it really? Okay, quick like bunny. What does MASH stand for? Without looking it up. By the way, I'm going to switch accounts here so I can get over to my other one, because I do have a few things we can do over there. Let's see if I remember. I have some spacey stuff to do. Very good. But you did it just fine. So I have some Herc frigates, and I have captains on ground. I'll ignore that one, but I can do Herc frigates if anybody's up for like a swarm, or we could do dailies, endeavors, whatever anybody else wants. So for lack of anything better to do this weekend, I took the Hellspawn to Fort Harrison State Park, which you can Google if you want to. Sounds great to me. Are we still teamed? We are not teamed. Chris, let me team us. And the main trail there, the Lawrence Creek Trail, is 3.7 miles. Which is fine for me and Big Dog. I mean, it's a big walk. It's a 2-hour walk. Sure, no problems. However, for the little one, it's like walking 87 miles, and it's steep, and it's muddy, and it's slippery. And I can barely sit because my muscles are still sore, and the dogs have done little more than sleep for the last 2 days, except I dragged them to a different park yesterday. Ed, would you like to join us for a little swarm? Oh, sorry, I'm not. Thank you. Duh. I was wondering why I was so quiet here. Good morning, Ed. How are you?
Good morning.
Thanks for reminding me. I completely forgot to switch on Discord. Hey, so is it me, or has anybody else noticed that everybody who does Twitch, or a lot of people who do Twitch on for Star Trek Online and do YouTube stuff, seem to be ramping up their game in terms of quality of work that's going out and quantity? Or is it just that I'm more aware of it?
Sure.
I've noticed there's been more by MC Stu, and that like Q was linking MC Stu to his folks to make sure it gets out there, and so on and so forth. Because I'm thinking, if that's what people are doing, dang, people are smart, trying to get more involvement and engagement, which I really like. Excuse me for 1 second. I need to check one thing before I launch this. Speaking of, I'm going to send out a message in a little bit. Weeboo?
Weewoo. So our dear friend Frost kind of freaked me out last night.
What'd he do?
He complimented me.
Wow. Well, he hasn't been feeling well lately. Joke. Well, that's nice of him. He can...
Whatever they got him on, I want.
I know they had him on some good stuff a couple of weeks ago. I think he's off of that now.
He's on something, and he's like, he hates it, but he needs it, so there's not much he can do.
Yeah, I know he was dealing with some issues with his arm and having some pain related to it, I think was what he was telling me.
When I had proper doctors and, they actually would, give me meds, I was supposed to be taking 4 Tylenol 4s a day.
Jeez. Of course, you mass more than I do, so okay.
Yeah. But I would always bring that down to 3 a day because I'm asleep for, at least 6 hours.
The Herc are about to overrun this planet, and time is...
Minor details. Sleep is for the weak.
Right? Just not convention week.
That too. Oh, speaking of, I have to get convention stuff started. Because I don't have enough on my plate this week. Speaking of convention week and some other stuff, for the next probably month, I'm going to cut down the number of shows we're doing at night because I have got to get stuff packed up. So at least for a while, I probably am only going to do Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday nights. But for the moment, mornings will stay the same. And we'll see what happens when I get everything boxed and unboxed and packed and unpacked. Unless, of course, people want to come to Indianapolis and help me move. I noticed the enthusiasm.
I don't know how much help I'd be.
Moral support.
Well, to be fair, that's the only way I get my room clean is with someone there talking to me.
So back in the day, meaning a year ago, actually right about a year ago now, I was in Arizona with DT, helping him get his house clean. Because his mom had passed away a year before, and that first kick in the butt to start doing the cleaning is difficult. But I gather he's done a great job since then. But yeah, sometimes it's tough doing it alone.
Warning, ship is under attack.
How are we doing on these?
Well done.
Okay, so Chris has got the far one. I'll take this one here.
The satellite is back online. It will launch tractor mines against the Herc ships.
Wow, I'm just spacing out today.
Oh, is this elite?
No, this is just advanced. Why? It doesn't feel elite?
Something feels off. That's
Yeah, it does feel off. It's not its usual slaughter, but I did only go for advanced. Oops, which one did we miss? Which one? There it is. I got it.
The last of
The weird thing about moving this time is, the realization that in theory I will be in this place for at least a couple of years, so I can actually, and it'll be mine, so I can paint it versus apartments. And I think maybe that may have been a part of what DT was realizing, is that all of a sudden it's his place, not his parents anymore. And he's got to decide, do I want to stay here, move here? If I stay, paint, don't paint, change colors. All those little things that you never have to think about when it's somebody else's place. And everybody at work's like, are you going to paint before you move in? No, because I have no idea what colors I'm going to want the place yet. Yeah, but there will be no furniture. Yeah, but then I'm still going to have to go back and repaint it when I figure out what colors I want. Unless, of course, you're willing to come back and paint it for me. Whoa.
someone needs to come up with a paint that has programmable pigment.
Oh.
Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refuge.
Lay it down, it's white, but if you want, you can
Herc ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over
change
there.
it like addressable RGBs.
They have that fabric now. I can't see why you couldn't come up with something equivalent to that in paint.
Right, it would probably have to be a wallpaper.
Yeah, that's true. But it'd still be very cool.
Maybe something like a active matrix OLED.
Yep. I could see having my walls changed to suit my mood, my taste. I can see the dogs wrecking it. But Mom, the paper was loose. We thought you'd want us to take it down.
Save a little bit of money on construction by not having to put in windows.
Yeah. Actually, that's one of the issues I've got, is the house is a little on the dark side, so the previous owners put in skylights, which are great for adding light,
Gamma. Get over there.
but skylights are never without issues.
We're speeding up the evacuation.
So I'm just waiting for the day when, A, I need a new roof, and then I have to go, do I get skylights put in all over the place, but being put in with the roof, they have a better chance of not leaking? Or do I get them all taken out and realize that my house is really dark?
Third ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there. Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect
Oh,
them.
I was going to say, we have had the Dreadnought. I didn't even see it show up. Clearly it didn't show up for very long.
I think Renee was my favorite of the two Mulcahys.
Yeah. I'm trying to think back. I mean, he only did the movie.
Yeah.
And having read the book, which was a much better character of him than the little bit we see in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
There is the scene, of course, with Hot Lips and Frank, and is being broadcast. And there's that moment of recognition on his face of, I have something else to do.
Protect the refugee ships.
So I was visiting a dear friend last week,
Third ship
and I mentioned that
spotted
I'd
at escape
gotten out my
route
copy
Gamma.
of
Get
Blazing
over there.
Saddles to watch. And he had never seen it. This is a person basically my age
Refugee ships
who
heading
had
down
never
escape
seen
route
Blazing
Alpha.
Saddles.
Protect them.
That poor creature.
Well, I figured I'd send it to him. And warp him for life. Probably should do that today.
If it's one of the 30th or 35th anniversary copies,
Mm-hmm.
it should have the pilot for the TV series.
It does not, so this is probably back when it first came out on DVD, before the
Okay.
anniversary copies and things like that occurred.
According to contemporary reports, there's supposed to be like 4 seasons of that show,
Really?
and yeah, and only like 3 episodes have ever been seen more than by a handful of people.
Wow.
My question is it still in the vault? Can we have it, or did it like
That's
die
a
in a
red.
fire?
Well, let's see. Mel Brooks was involved in the TV show then, right? I presume?
No,
No? Oh.
no.
Then, yeah, it
This-
might have died in a fire.
So, the story goes is he wrote in the contract for Blazing Saddles that if they wanted to make a sequel, they had to commit to making a TV series within the first like 18 months
Okay.
after release of the movie. Years go by, he thinks he gets away with it. They call him up and go, "Hey, we're thinking about making a sequel." And he points to the clause in the contract.
Mm-hmm.
The studio goes, "Yeah, our lawyers saw that," and they take him into a screening room and show him a bunch of episodes of a show that they had produced, but nowhere in the contract did they say they had to release it.
Ah.
They just had to commit to producing it.
Ouch. Ouch.
So there's like 4 seasons of, and back at the time would have been, what, 35 episodes?
What year
A season?
was it? see,
75.
Okay. So 75, yeah, you would have had 13 weeks off. So 39 episodes and 13 weeks off was the
Yep.
general rule.
So there's around 4 seasons of like around 40 episodes each somewhere in existence.
Wow, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Black Bart was the name of it.
Yep.
Starring Lou Gossett Jr. Only the pilot episode ever aired, but allegedly an entire 4 seasons were filmed.
Yeah, because they had to continue producing it for the entire time they wanted to possibly do a sequel.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Man, what TV producers will do, or networks will do. Why would you do that? And you know, if you've got somebody, Lou Gossett Jr. is a good actor, and to get him to commit to that much time means that's other jobs he can't do, and his name's not getting out there while he's doing it.
Yep.
That's got to really hurt.
Yep.
Man,
Noble Willingham was in it as well.
jeez. They didn't bother to put it out there. Lovely. Just lovely. Well, I am endeavorless except for Captains on the Ground, which I will do up on Nimbus. What do you guys have for endeavors? Chris, Chosen's on console, so can't drag him into this.
I can do EPO tagging on my own.
Yes.
2 Lucari TFOs.
Oh, goody. Let's see.
And yeah, no, that last one I'm
We could do Zenkethy Front. Let's see. Chris has 2 Borg TFOs and 10 Terran ships in the battle zone. Well, we could do a Lucari Front, Zenkethy Front, and then follow up with 2 Borg TFOs if you 2 are game for that.
my last one is 30 Voth ships in the Dyson Sphere. I don't like doing that one.
There's a couple of times when it pays out really well if you can get that one section of the name ships where they will continue to spawn till you've killed every name ship. But they don't spawn all the time. But they're always in the same place. And it will give you at least 30 ships, so it's not bad for time, but you have to be there at the right moment. So yeah, Voth ships in the zone. Yeah. We're still teamed. Are you up for Zenkethy Front?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will queue us up for that, and then we'll go hit some Borg TFOs. I should be here tomorrow, but I have class tonight, and if it's like last week, class was fine. I took some caffeine as I was leaving it. Got smart and actually bought some caffeine tablets, and got home and could not get to sleep until like 4:30, which is why we weren't on last Tuesday morning. And why I basically went to work and went, nope, nope, nopedy, nope, nope, nope. Of course, maybe doing the caffeine pill and 2 cups of coffee isn't the thing. But as I'm driving home, my usual habit is get an iced tea about half an hour after class and drink that till I get to the shop that's got the decent coffee and get a coffee, and that will take me within 15 minutes of my house before I just absolutely crash. And the problem is, one of these days I will absolutely crash. Well, this is being slow to queue, so let's throw in a Borg TFO while we're at it.
Wee-woo?
Wee-woo. Hey, do the 2 new ones count as Borg TFOs? I don't think they do yet, do they?
Don't think so, no.
I know they count for Borg ships, but I don't think they count as Borg TFOs. Somebody said they did, and I remembered it wasn't that way.
Yeah, I was talking to Frost last night, and he complimented me, and it felt weird.
Oh, he said something nice to me yesterday too, but in private he's frequently very polite to me and friendly. Not that he isn't to me in public too, but
We were just chit-chatting, and he was going on about how he's not watching the Super Bowl,
Yep.
and there's no place for him to lay down because one person's taking up the bed, person's taking up the sofa. I'm like, I really don't watch the Super Bowl except for maybe the commercials, but we could do that on YouTube now.
yeah.
And the only time I do really watch the Super Bowl is when the Cowboys are playing, and that's been a couple of decades since.
I was going to say that's like when the Bears are playing.
Yeah.
It's not something we expect too often. Who have we got with us? We've got Nescal and Terrain, and then us. We'll know in a moment what kind of team we've got. I forget, this thing doesn't have the ability to turn. Do you need help?
Yeah, we got a bomb.
Okay. Hey, you got two people with you for protection. Sweet! Teamwork makes the dream work.
Bomb is away.
Somebody else has got a bomb. Is that you, Chris?
Ooh.
What ooh-ooing are we? I hate that I can't find the starbase sometimes in the asteroids. I know it's here someplace.
But he was talking about giving the Cowboys the St. Christopher Medal. Patron saint of lost causes.
Really?
Your teammate has captured a bomb. Protect them.
Where are you going?
It's a good question.
Your teammate has captured a bomb. Protect them. Your teammate has captured a bomb. Protect them.
Wow, everybody's got a bomb. This is great. There we go. Do you still have a bomb?
Yep.
Okay.
Launch of it.
Only one Zinketti base left. They're sending a dreadnought to stop us.
Should be able to launch it.
Grid on an attack vector. Destroy it.
There we go.
All Zinketti bases destroyed. They have a dreadnought. Right, Captain.
Well, that was easy.
Front with honor. The Era Serpentis system is now secure.
Let's make sure we're still teamed. Chris says, I love the legendary ambassador. Let's see if I picked up anything I need to get rid of real quick. Nope. Let's go Hive Onslaught.
Sure.
Wee woo.
Oh,
Nope.
only hit decline.
You hit decline.
Yep.
Chris, did you hit accept?
Though I'm still green, so
I'm going to decline it. Chris, if you decline it, let's see if we can re-queue for it.
hand spasmed and clicked wrong.
Okay. Alright, let's try that again, because that's probably not going to queue up. Okay, we are still teamed. Still together. Let's see what happens. But in the meantime, there we at 6:43. We got time. I also queued up a little infected conduit. And what the heck, since we're in for a penny, in for a pound. Little Kittimer. Gave us some options here. Something will pop up, I'm sure. We have an ad running. Here we go. Wee Woo for infected conduit. Have you got that one, Chris? Given I tend to jump the gun on hitting accept, I will make sure we're all good for this. Clicking it. Clicking.
We're on an ad break.
Yep. This time we have Pythona and Jolene with us.
Jolene.
Situation
Jolene.
begin.
And then there was I can tell this because we're in an ad break and won't offend anybody, but when I was first working, I had a co-worker who was just out of high school. Like, I wasn't just out of high school. Maybe she was in her last year of high school. Very nice person, very smart, came from a rich family, and had a passing interest in recreational medications at a time when they weren't legal. And I remember her telling me stories of she and her friends going to the forest preserves and going out there, and they realized they were late getting back to their Catholic school, but they were all really out of their brains on various medications. And she's running and running and couldn't get any closer to the car, and running and running and running and couldn't get closer to the car, and then she realized there is a bench in the way. And her friend's like, "You're going to run into that bench." She's like, "No, it's okay. It'll move." And then she hit the bench and broke her leg. It didn't move.
Going left.
I'm going left, yes.
Drones can repair the transporters. Stop them. Scanning the nanite transporter.
We'll do some aggro, though.
There's still data available.
Well, Transformers going bye-bye real fast. And going back to center. Oops, sorry, sphere left. Now going back to the center. not to worry. Don't worry your pretty little Klingon head. Hey. No, stop that. So I was thinking the lag was getting better until about 7 last night when the lag just went out of control. I don't know what happened. Maybe people weren't watching the game and suddenly everybody logged back in or what, but... Oh. And I was just doing omegas. When it's lagging in omegas, you know it's a bad day.
Yep.
Get that back up here. There we go. And let's get us one more. Let's try that hive onslaught again. Wee woo. Chris, let me know if you've got a wee woo there. Okie doke, wee woo it is. I will do my tanky thing. And today we're joined by Azoth and Zig. We have played with Zig before.
I admire your strength, your will. With us, you could be so much more. Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Bright light. Didn't she used to have a feedback thing?
I don't think we gave her enough time.
That was me. That was me, Chris, and I'm not going to get permanently banned from the game. I like my beacon of Catless. No, I like that one, but if you give me a good reason not to use it, that's fine. There are certain things I used to love to use because it played into the way I play my game, and Ed said not to use them. I'm like, no, I like them, and he explained to me why they weren't great ideas for that particular TFO. I'm like, oh, well, that's a good reason then. I can't see if she's using feedback pulse, and as a psi, I cannot counteract it. I didn't trigger it against her. I triggered it against the first pickle jar. So if somebody triggered it in the second round, it wasn't me. Unless it was really lagging from when I did set it off. Nope, it wasn't me during the queen phase. I had, what was I using during the queen phase? I had another one that doesn't do a bright light. It does a greenish sphere that contracts. But against her, I went in, no. I did rally point. I did the team boost. And I did my one AoE. Nope. Mine was on the pickle jar. So somebody else used it. Yes, you can ban them. Ban them.
Yeah, I don't even have the beacon attached.
Well, when I'm soloing stuff and I like to do something hard, having the beacon there helps me a little bit, so I don't switch out when I'm going between team things and playing solo. Well, it doesn't blind everyone. It blinds everyone within 5 kilometers. But if you're off on the periphery, let's say when I was over on the first one, you might have seen it a bit on the second pickle jar, but you wouldn't have seen it beyond that point. It's like a 5-kilometer sphere of bright white light. Let's see, I've got 6 minutes. What can we do really quick in 6 minutes that we haven't done already? I'd say guillotine or 359, but they both take about 10 minutes. Okay, Chris is heading to the Terran battle zone to do his stuff. What about you, Ed? What have you got on your list? Any ground stuff? Because we know how Chris loves ground stuff.
Nope, just one more Lokari TFO and the Voth and Voth ships and the Dyson Sphere, which I'm not doing.
You can re-roll it, you know. I say that because I have 8 billion rerolls left that I never use. On this tune, I don't care. Let's see, what have I got? I have 200 rerolls on this account. And some
60 Borg on ground?
60 Borg on ground. Yep, I can go help you with that one. I don't have time to do a TFO, though.
Switch to my Tommy gun. I'll head to Defura.
Okay. Do you want me to join you? I've got 5 minutes.
Sure.
Chris, I'm going to kick you here so you don't get dragged in with it. Unless you want to come with us to Defura. Maybe one of these mornings we go to do Defura Hards. And yes, I've had my coffee. I'm beaming down to Defura.
On my way.
Okay. Somebody said if we're in a few meters of each other, the kills get shared. I don't know if that's true or not.
Sure, well, I'll find out.
They didn't seem to share on the swarm that we did, but I only had 10 to do, so it's hard to tell.
Instant, so you won't know that's the only one here. Okay. There you are.
Do you want to go to the power plant?
Sure, which way is that?
Over here. To the big sign that says power plant.
Oh, it's almost in unison.
Oh, Chris is going to join us on defer, so hang on a sec.
Yep, yep.
Chris, I'm going to send you a team invitation again. Here we go. Do. And Fifi snoring behind me. So I gave her what I was describing, the calming pills yesterday after we were done with our walk, because I can't speak for her, but I could barely move, and I figured, great, they need to sleep. And I gave her one, which is a half to a third of a dose for one dog her size. She's basically been just snoozing nonstop since then.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, Chris says FFS, and then WJP. What is WJP? I don't have a mission on defer. We just went to the power plant. Oh. I've got all my residual ones here, but do I have anything there I need to keep? I can drop all my missions. I normally pick them up. Okay, the only ones I've got left are power plant, which are fine. Okay. Well, we're on the transporter pad by the power plant. So if you jump on the one over there in the center and come over and join us. And there you... Whoops. Where'd you go? 442 meters away. That's weird. You can only transport to the temple. You should be able to stand on the pad and just transport over from the power plant pad. Hang on a second. Did you change costumes?
Yep.
I might have to leave here because it's 7 and I kind of need to go.
That's okay. I can handle this.
Okay. Well, I will leave you and Chris to handle this. Where are you, Chris?
I'll be back to base camp. And
okay. And you guys can go kill things at the temple. There's a lot to be killed there, too. All right, folks. I need to get to work and walk the dogs, not in that order. So I will trust you to take care of all these Borgies here on Defura. I will not be on tonight unless the weather turns bad. If the weather's bad, I'll be on. If the weather's good, I'm going to class. And I will see you all in the morning. So have a great day. And as we say... Stay Moopsome. Where's my little Moopsy sound effect? Oh,
I have to,
Moopsy.
Yeah, I have to trigger it, and unfortunately I'm not in Discord right now.
No worries. Have a Moopsy day, everybody.